Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
The Southern political leaders, under the aegis of Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum, have said the continuous detention and trial of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, on charges of terrorism and treasonable felony by the federal government was provocative and shows the double standard of the Buhari-led regime. They also demanded a stop to any further prosecution of Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho, who is currently on a conditional release in Benin Republic. The group alleged that the federal government has no moral right to continue the prosecution of the freedom fighters with Boko Haram, who are being given VIP treatment by the regime. The group made this known in a communique jointly signed by the leaders of the Pan-Yoruba organization, Afenifere, the Pan-Igbo Sociocultural Organization, Ohanes and Igbo Worldwide, the Middle Belt Forum, and the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, issued at the end of the meeting held in Abuja on Thursday and obtained today. Kanu has been detained in the facility of the Nigerian Secret Police, the Department of State Services, for 258 days, having been arrested since June 27, 2021. The group further stated that the continued detention and trial of Nnamdi Kanu on charges of terrorism and treasonable felony, while known Boko Haram are being given VIP treatment and hosted in government houses, is not only provocative and perfidious, but a bizarre double standard on the part of the Nigerian state. With demand in national interest, the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu and the stop to any further prosecution of Sunday Igboho, who is currently on a conditional release in Benin Republic. Speaking on 2023 election, they further reiterated their earlier stance that the South should not support any political party that did not zone its ticket to the South. They also warned Southern political stakeholders not to compromise their stand by engaging in actions and aspirations that will compromise the sheer resolve of the Southern people. The statement further reads that we maintain that the basis of any viable democracy, especially in a diverse and complex country such as Nigeria, is fair and even sharing of power. Therefore, unequivocally and in full resolve again, call on all political parties in the country to zone their presidential ticket to the South. Accordingly, we call on all lovers of peace and equity in Nigeria, particularly our people of Southern Nigeria and Middle Belt region, to reject any political party that fails to zone its presidential ticket to the South. Consequently, we caution political stakeholders from Southern Nigeria against aspiration or actions that will compromise the shared resolve of our people. They also call on the federal government to restructure the country to reflect true federalism and enthrone equity, fairness, and justice before the 2023 general election. They also allege that the regime lukewarm attitude in tackling insecurity in the country lends credence to the impression that they were using insecurity to foster certain political agenda. Most or more disconcerting is the fact that the women and children rendered widows, orphans, and displaced by these insurgents, now being gratified by the federal government and its security agencies, are wallowing in wretched IDP camps. We also warn that federal government lukewarm attitude in tackling security challenges in the country lend credence to impression that this administration is using insecurity to foster certain political agenda. That was just a part of the communique release after a meeting by these top, they are really top socio-cultural organization, the likes of Hannes and Igbo, the likes of Afenifere, the likes of the Middle Belt region, and also Niger Delta. And we are going to be looking at these because Nigerians have spoken so much about it. And Someone who is saying here that the Buhari-led government is the worst I have ever seen in life. They are clueless, nepotic, tribalistic, uneducative, and evil. Now one here says they can only talk and talk without action. They think be like saying juju. In a setting like a democratic setting like this, whatever you do it must not result to war and all of that, because that will attract the fiery hands of the government. That's why you see most people are doing a lot of things by just talking and letting the public know their standpoint on so many issues. Now they've made mention of the issue of Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho. Now these two freedom fighters, most people have gone through their record and has come up with an agreement that they've really not done anything. And if pardon has been granted, some key, Boko Haram or insurgents, they have been granted, amnesty and given training even outside the country. What this guy has done, the two freedom fighters have done, is not enough for them to be tried on issues of treasonable felony and the likes. And for me, I still am of that suggestion that negotiation, they need to be a roundtable negotiation between the parties involved with these freedom fighters, because before you see them wake up to do what they are doing, they are visible reasons which are provable by the people. There are reasons everywhere why you see them agitating and demanding for a country of their own. The topmost on the list was actually marginalization, but right now it has gone past marginalization, but the way issues are being treated, especially when it comes to some ethnic groups, you understand, and how some issues are being treated when it comes to the issue of insecurity. Nigerians are really looking out for a person who will be a true Nigerian, carry Nigerians along, and also who will help fight certain things that is militating against, the progress of the country. But right now, unfortunately, that's not what we are seeing. Currently, we know what Nigerians are passing through because of fuel scarcity, and it's going to get bad day after. The reason is because of, the war between Ukraine and Russia. But be that as it may, there are a lot of things that would have been done to correct all this ill. But let's get focused here. Someone here says keeping Nnamdi Kanu behind bars is not worth it because what he has done cannot even be compared to what these Boko Haram boys have done. Another person here says Boko Haram bandits, killer headsmen, Ishwab, and the other groups in the north are on the same page with the presidency, either politically, tribally, religiously, and otherwise, but the southern freedom for agitators poses to Buhari nepotic government. Another person here saying, and now una wake up, una never see anything yet. Someone here says there's nothing that can be done right now. It's for us to come together during the 2023 election and foster unity by choosing a candidate of our choice and putting him on the forefront and giving him all the relevant support that will make him emerge as the president of Nigeria. Another person here says, I am yet to see these crop of politicians from the south that will not be seriously ready to compromise. Just his or her selfish reason should untrust the people speaking not to compromise when they throw half deceitful carrots to them. Southern politicians, you just can't trust them. This one says, it shall never be well with the people who are going around and causing mayhem in this country. That one said, did Governor of Ebonyi State Dave Umahi hear that the South should reject any political party who refuses to zone the presidency to the South. The Southerners did not want any more betrayal from these people. Last person here says we must, as Southerners, be ready to work together and carry the Northerners who are willing to work with us so that we can make progress. We'd like to leave it there. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. Thank you very much and stay tuned.